Today, I want to introduce you a tool that I use a lot in my practice, metaphorical cards. These are fantastic tools to explore your subconscious mind. They speak a universal language, and today we're gonna dive into this tool, how to use it, what do we do with it. Stay till the end because we're gonna practice together. Why metaphors work in therapy? Metaphors work wonders in therapy. Because they speak directly to your subconscious mind, you can explore the depths of your mind. Metaphors are used with images, but also with storytelling. And why it works? It works because logic can't always explain it all. We don't always know how to describe our emotions, but through images, through art in general, it speaks directly to you. Let's say you listen to music or you're looking at a painting. That exposure to art is gonna trigger an emotional response from you. Maybe it will trigger something positive, maybe something less positive. However, you will feel the experience. When you are exposed to images, like the metaphorical cards, this is when you have access to your subconscious mind. It's like going deep inside your mind and opening a treasure chest. Metaphors and symbolism speak a universal language. And it doesn't matter where you're from, how you've been brought up, we all understand the same symbols. So while the experience will be different for everybody else, there are common themes that we all agree on. I'll give you an example. If I ask you to describe a mother figure, not your mother, not any mothers that you know, a mother figure, how would she look like? What quality does she have? Well, you'll probably say something along these lines. She's nourishing, nurturing, caring, loving. There is all this like cocoony around the mother figure. And the same if I tell you to describe me a father figure, you will probably say something like he's protective, he's providing, he's strong, and this type of things. And that's universal for everybody. Now, it doesn't mean that in real life they are actually carrying those qualities. In fact, most of the mothers and fathers we know are deficient in some of their roles. However, the mental image we have in our brains is different. That's why I believe they're an incredible tool to access that secret zone, that dark zone, the depths of your mind, because it bypasses your prefrontal cortex. It bypasses the intellectual reasoning and logic. What are metaphorical cards? These are the decks that I use the most, mainly those first three. They are images with a certain artwork on them that will speak to you. Let's take this image, for example. In my practice, we don't use any of these words. I do not use them as oracles because my practice is not about prediction. Simply, I do not read the future. At best, what we do is tune in with our intuition. So they are just images that will speak to you. So basically, metaphorical cards are different decks with different artworks on them, displaying different scenes, different people. With that, we will explore what is your perception of a certain image. How do I use my cards? I love to use them during a first time session because most people will come with a problematic or something they want to solve or something they want to improve, and sometimes it's hiding the real reasons why they are here. And so when we lay certain cards, it's helping to see things in a different perspective. They are basically offering you the opportunity to access an angle to a situation that you have maybe not considered yet. I will use them mainly in the first time sessions as an introduction, and at times I will use them during my sessions. They are not automatically used because not every session needs to have this tool in place during that session. However, For people who find it difficult to open up, they are a great tool because when we start, believe me, we can literally go in a rabbit hole. You can literally have a 5-hour session because there's so much to explore. There's so many details that somebody will see and not somebody else. That's the beauty of your own perceptions because it's based on your unique experience. So now let's get into the practice. I'm going to show you this card and I'm going to ask some questions. I don't want you to think too much because, by the way, there is no right or wrong. Everything is always right because it's your story. Are you ready? Here's the card. Describe the scene. What do you see? What type of emotion comes up to you when you see this image? What part of your life does it represent? If the card could speak to you, what would it say? I'm very curious about your answers. So if you feel like sharing, please write it in the comment section because you will find that your perception, I'm showing you the same card and you will see it and others will see it. And you will have different things coming up. And that's the beauty of it. Sometimes cards that to me looks kind of negative, something a little bit darker, for some other people they see it totally differently. And you think, how is it possible that we perceive things in totally different light from one person to another? But it's because we are human and we have different journey, different life experiences. Therefore, we perceive one image totally differently. That's why in some museum you will see people spending like 10 minutes in front of a painting because they are in awe, and some others they will not even look at it. It doesn't resonate. That was a quick exercise to demonstrate this tool and see how you can use it. And believe me, there are hundreds of ways to use them. We can use one card, we can use 10 cards. There's so many ways that I love to play with. So if you like this exercise, if you like this tool, please let me know. I would love to make more videos about that specific tool because I really love it. One video is not gonna be enough to explain how much you can dig, how much you can bring up, and the different ways to use it. In my next video, I will go a little bit deeper on that perception, what it is, how it works, and just explain a little bit more in depth what I'm trying to say in this video. So please go and have a look at it. In the meantime, I wish you well. Take care. See you soon.